to Make Kind Loud, conversations that turn up the volume. Today, I am super excited. We are talking with Kristianne Rushton out of Utah. She has this whole community called Motivated Mamas, and it's about self-care, self-love. Oops, sorry, I forgot to turn my phone down. It's about self-care, self-love, and just being there and being supportive of each other. So welcome, Kristianne. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi.
How are you?
Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm bundled.
Yeah, you're in Utah, right?
Yeah, under protest. I'm a California girl living in Utah. It's never worked.
That's a big jump right there, right? What part of California?
San Jose, the Bay Area. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Aw. Well, Utah is beautiful. It has its moments, but I know wintertime is kind of tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
So tell us about yourself. Tell us about why you started Motivated Mamas. What has been your journey like? Let's chat about everything.
Whew. Okay, you guys ready? No, it pretty much just started out about 10 years ago. I just can never remember a time where I felt happy as a child even. I was just always anxious, always stressed, just mind going a mile a minute. And eventually your body can't take that. And I found that out the hard way. Before my 31st birthday, I got diagnosed with celiac and depression and anxiety. And then later autoimmune condition because, eventually your body just starts breaking down and attacking itself. So I kind of just felt like my life was falling apart, just sitting there in all the ruins, feeling sorry for myself, not feeling supported at home because, my family didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
Right.
You just get into this place where you're like, okay, I'm a mom. I was pregnant at the time, hadn't had my third child yet. And just everything felt hopeless. And so I just started blogging at Mom's Happiness Blueprint. And I just kept thinking, there's got to be a way, like, why are other people happy and I'm struggling? Like, what is wrong with me? That's what we do, right? We look at something that's not working and we think, what's wrong with me? Don't do that. But that's what I did. And so I was just looking for anybody. I had people all around me, friends and stuff, but I'd never felt so alone in my whole entire life. And my family wasn't there. I was living with my husband and his family. And so anyway, just really big pity party every single day, just down. And it's real. I don't want to mock depression and anxiety or anything.
Right, for sure.
It is real. But it became my message, in the mess, it became my message. And I realized what I was doing. I was beating myself up to no end. And so I just kept blogging, kept trying, kept getting up if I could, put some books on the couch, turn the TV on. And that's how my days went, you know. But I still had a little bit of a flicker of light within me that was just like, okay, I'm going to start helping other moms. I don't know how, but I'm going to find them and I'm going to start helping. And I'm going to figure out this plan that I can choose happiness, because
I love that. So you were on the couch, you were watching TV, you had your books. And was there one moment where you were like, I can help other people, or what was the moment that you decided to start your blog?
To start my blog, I've always loved writing.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like, if I can help people, great, but I'm just going to write. I'm just going to try to figure this out.
Nice.
It was kind of like a journal, but I was willing to put it out there, which was kind of scary. And maybe, just start trying to try things and see what works. but really, I've really come out of depression within the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that has really just lit the fire under me. And I started my Facebook group. I am launching my business. I'm writing a book.
Wow. Yeah.
So things are really moving forward, and it's exciting. And I feel like I can reach more people and have a much bigger impact, which is what I want, because none of us should feel alone. And really, all of the mess, all of the things that we feel is wrong is not true at all. Like, nothing is wrong with us. We're perfect just the way that we are. And it all changes when you start loving yourself and believing in yourself and using your God-given talents that you've been sent here to build on. So,
yeah, because we all have them, right? We all have some type of talent.
We bury them. I don't know why, but we do.
Yeah. Do you think that's partly because of the fear of it all?
I mean, I think it's just our culture. I think our parents are taught a certain way, and then they pass it on to us. And so one of my missions is to build resilience in moms so they can build resilient generations and stop that dysfunction, stop that being passed on. I'm teaching my kids. I'm teaching them, how to listen to their emotions, and how to, when thoughts come in, that we don't have to accept them. We don't have to believe them. They're not necessarily truths. Like, we can decide, we become strong. And so, yeah.
I love that. And I love that you, in your bio, you said that you are raising 4 leaders in training.
Can I tell you something funny about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I love my kids dearly, but they are stubborn and defiant and strong. They're strong. And I've learned to reframe everything. Everything that comes into my mind, I either accept it or I, reframe it.
Right.
And so I started a while ago, because I was just like, I was really not labeling my children very well either. Because of course I didn't do that for myself. So why would I do that for my kids?
Yeah.
I'm a recovering perfectionist, and, I criticize myself. So of course, I wanted to help my kids, but I didn't go about it a very healthy way. And so I started reframing it. And that's why I call my leaders in training, because I know deep down that even though their defiance and stubbornness drives me crazy, that it's an amazing gift, because they will stand for something, and they will stand strong. And so I flipped the switch. I just said, okay, I'm going to roll with this. I'm going to turn this into resilience. I'm going to teach them to stand strong, but not necessarily to stand against their mom.
I love that. I love because we do label people, right? And so instead of labeling them whatever it was you were doing, you switched it into something that's it's empowering for them. And so, and I love that. And I think we all should be mindful of the way we talk to people and the way we label people as well.
Especially ourselves.
Especially ourselves, right?
Yep. We're building ourselves up. We're building everyone around us up. That's what we should be doing. Just feeling good and spreading that light and that joy. And it can be despite our circumstances. It's not ever as bad as it seems. If I can say that with depression and anxiety and being bedridden for a long, long time and watching Netflix every day,
right?
We have more power than we realize.
We do. And it's about recognizing it inside of us and owning it, right?
Yeah. Letting it sink into our hearts, letting it become part of us. Yeah.
Yeah. So how you help moms through chronic stress, and how do you help them rekindle their light?
I mean, it really starts with building yourself up.
Yeah.
Changing those. And I know this is kind of a buzzword, a lot of people are talking about it, but it really is true that when we're stressed, I mean, you've heard burned out.
Yeah,
I mean, we
sure.
talk about being burned out, and literally that is what's happening. We're losing ourselves in motherhood. We're losing who we were, who we want to be. Like, all we give and give, and we don't take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's avoidable, and it's a lot easier to fix than we think.
So what are some tips to fix that? Because I know there are some moms out there who are feeling overwhelmed.
Yes, reach out to me first of all. You're not alone. Send me a message. I love connecting. That would be my first tip. My second tip is don't try to do all the systems and the changing and all the stuff that all these productivity gurus are talking about. When you are stressed, when you are struggling, you have to get strong, mind, body, and spirit first before you can start building and worrying about how you're going to structure your day. I mean, it's completely backwards what our culture is doing.
I love that. I love that. So you need a support system, and you need to figure out how to thrive in your current situation.
Yep.
Because
support you. Start loving you and building you up, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And finding your passion, finding you again. Like, what do you enjoy? What did you used to enjoy? If you don't know anymore, a lot of us don't know. You know, when I started writing, I didn't realize how much I had missed that.
Oh, wow. So that's your passion for sure?
Yeah, that's why I'm writing a book. So
I love it. I love it. Can you tell us a little bit about the book at all?
It goes a lot along with what I'm talking about. I mean, it's helping moms be productive the healthy and right way. There's a right order in which to do it. And so I'm providing the blueprint and showing, really lifting the curtain on how stress is affecting us, especially our worth.
Yeah. So it's like a guide, like a self-help book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. That is very cool. Do you have a date of when it's going to be done?
I'm putting it to editing right now. So It will be this year for sure. Probably before summer.
Oh, that is super exciting.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I love that you took your own personal situation where you were just in your mind, you were just stressed out, overwhelmed, but you dug out slowly. You dug yourself out. And then once you dug yourself out and found your light and rekindled your passion, you were like, I have to help and support other people as well, because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to be there for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we're made.
Yeah.
We're born to be supportive. We're born to reach out. We're born to be kind human beings. And I love that you've found that again.
Yeah. It's been life-changing.
Yeah. Yeah. So what has been the biggest life change you've seen since you have started becoming light again?
The biggest life change is just how I have learned to be calm and peaceful despite everything else. Like my kids could be nasty to me. I could have a really bad day. And I'm still human. I mean, I still have those days, but I course correct so much faster now. And that really has been the biggest thing, is I can stand strong. I can be an example, and I don't have to worry about what my family is doing. Like, they will see my light.
Yes.
And they will want to know what I'm doing. So I don't have to push. I don't have to force. I don't have to fix. You know, everything just works out the way that it's supposed to be. And I become who I'm supposed to be, and they will become who they're supposed to be. They're going to have to do the work. I don't have to.
Because you've already done your own work.
Yep.
I love that. I love that you're like, it doesn't matter what other people are doing. This is who I am. This is how I'm living, and you're going to see it. And so I don't have to, get on a soapbox or do any kind of big production. I'm just going to live my life in light, and everyone else is going to see that as well.
Yep. It's hard sometimes. They want to stay in their certain habits and their certain things. but then they're just like, oh, we might as well just jump on the bandwagon, you know. Mom's doing something. My wife's doing something. I need to figure out what she's doing. And they've been so supportive of this business and writing a book and everything. So our family is just changing from stress and mess to blessed.
Oh, that is good. That is a good, from stressed and mess to blessed. I love that. And it really is walking the walk, right? Because we can talk about everything that we want to do, and we can put out on social media, you know, what people should think your life should be like, but it's really living it and being it. And then once you live and be it, other people can see that, and you don't have to preach to them, because they're going to come to you and say, hey, what are you doing? Tell me your journey. And it's the power of the story, right? Our stories can impact other people, but we have to be willing and able to share that.
Yep. That's perfect. There's nothing left for me to say.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a joy and a pleasure chatting with you. I absolutely love what you're doing. I cannot wait until your book comes out. And I will post your links in the comments so that people can connect with you. But you are doing an amazing thing, and it's important that we take care of ourselves. It's important that we have positive self-talk, and it's important to find our passions and rekindle our lights, because we were born to be light beings.
Yes.
So from my heart to yours, thank you so much for being on.
Thanks.
All right, this has been Make Kind Loud, conversations that turn up the volume. My guest today was Kristianne Rushton, who is all about motivating mamas out there to rekindle their passions and find their lights again, because we all have stories to tell, and we all can be impactful in every life that we touch if we own our own light and don't shy away from the perfect being that you were born to be. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you again.